Everyone, Raymond Lacoste here with StormWind Studios, and I want to take this opportunity to have a discussion with you. A discussion on a topic that maybe has crossed your mind at some point in time, but you never acted upon it, or maybe you've never even considered this. But regardless, I want you today to think about the benefits of getting your CCNA certification, even if you are an individual of a service desk. Now, you might be saying, what's a service desk? Never heard of that word before. Well, the service desk is an ITIL term. But maybe you call your service desk the IT help desk. Or maybe you call it the customer support desk. It doesn't matter what you call it. The end result is going to be the same. So the service desk itself is what? It is a communication center. It is that single point of contact between the provider and its customers, its employees, its business partners. And the purpose of the service desk is to provide assistance. And we want to provide that assistance in a timely manner. So what are we providing assistance for? We're providing assistance for incidents. What are incidents? Well, an incident can be an unplanned interruption to the service you are providing. So let's say a switch fails, a router fails, a server fails. Well, then that service can no longer be accessed. Well, that's an example of an incident. Let's say we have a user who's downloading a file, and that file is taking way longer than it normally would. Or people are always walking around going, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Right? In that case, the service is still working. But it's still an incident because an incident can also be a reduction in the quality of the service being provided. So if the reduction or if the service quality has been reduced, that is also an incident. So an unplanned interruption in a service or the reduction in the quality of a service. Those are both incidents. Now, a service request, that is where individuals are requesting access to resources that are part of a service, products that are part of a service, the service as a whole, or they have feedback, compliments, complaints. That's all part of the service request. And so the service desk is responsible for dealing with those service requests as well as dealing with those incidents. So who works on the service desk? We have people on the service desk that have amazing people skills. That's number one. First and foremost, in today's day and age, it's about having people skills. Now, 20 years ago, it was about people having technological skills. Absolutely. And we really didn't care about the people skills. Well, over time, that proved the worst thing we could have possibly do. Why? Remember, the service desk are the individuals that are the first point of contact for those incidents and for those service requests. We want people with people skills working on the service desk. And then we can train those individuals on the various technologies that are required to work on that service desk. So here are the tools you're going to use. And therefore, when an email comes in, you can do it. You can deal with it this way. You're going to log it. You're going to do this, do that, and so on and so forth. And then take care of it. If this happens, then do this. If that happens, then do that, and so on and so forth. It's pretty straightforward. But the end goal here is to make sure that when it's all said and done, the incident is done, the service request is done, that end user is happy. If the end user is happy, then the service they're receiving is still valuable. Although for a moment in time, the value would have degraded as they were calling in and they were all like grumpy, rah, 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 rah. But if we can handle those incidents and those service requests efficiently and effectively, then the value is going to be retained. But we can do even better. That's right, we can do even better. And that's where obtaining CCNA certifications for those individuals that are on the service desk. There are benefits to the service desk here. There are benefits to the end user. And that's what I want to focus on here. Now, I'm going to use CCNA as an example, folks, but absolutely. A+ certification, Network Plus certification, various Microsoft certifications, ITIL certifications, right? Any type of certification whereby we are learning about the underlying technologies that are being used behind the scenes to deliver services is going to benefit the individual and overall benefit the service desk. Because here's the thing we always need to remember. Our one goal is this for the service desk. Ensure that value for the service is not being negatively affected. That's right. Something has happened. An incident has occurred. That means value is negatively affected. It's up to the service desk to minimize that negative effect to the value of that service. A user is requesting access to some part of the service. The faster, quicker, more efficient the service desk does that, then the perception of value to the end user is increased for that particular service. Perception of value. The end user is the one in control of what is of value when it's all said and done. So when the service desk gets involved in the actual service, because of incidents and service requests, it's important that they do so as efficiently and effectively as possible. So first and foremost, people skills, check. Second, can you use the actual technologies to accomplish the objectives of the service desk? Check. But we can take it a step further, and that's where other certifications come into play. So a lot of people think, well, I'm not going to get the CCNA certification because I'm not going to be configuring, I'm not going to be verifying, I'm not going to be troubleshooting the routers and the switches and the network communication and so on and so forth. Okay, I understand what you're saying. But here's the thing. By getting the CCNA certification, there is more knowledge. There is a better understanding of the latest technologies in place. And the more individuals on the service desk who have an understanding of the latest technologies in place in the organization, whether they are configuring, verifying them, troubleshooting or not, what that does is it allows them to have a better understanding of what is going on. So when users have incidents to report or they have service requests, that better in-depth understanding of the latest technologies in place allows that service desk professional to get that incident resolved more efficiently and more effectively. Why? They have a better understanding of what's going on. So when the user says this or this or this, that service desk professional is like, I got it. I understand. Absolutely. And they truly mean it because they understand what's happening behind the scenes. And if an end user uses certain terminology or words now in this case, well, the service desk professional, they are able to use the correct words that would actually apply in this case as they're filling out the tickets. And in a lot of cases now, we're going to be able to have those incidents or those service requests taken care of by who? By the service desk professionals, because they have a better understanding of the technology behind the scenes. So instead of always escalating incidents and service requests to the subject matter experts behind the scenes, we can now solve everything and take care of everything. Well, not everything, but a lot of stuff at the service desk now. What does that mean? The service desk is even more efficient and more effective than it was before. So if you're a manager, folks, of a service desk, and you're listening in today, just think about that for a second. If your employees have great people skills and they can use the tools efficiently that you've given them, great, you've checked off those boxes. But why don't you take it to the next level? And think about how much better your service desk could be, how more efficient and effective the service desk could be, because the end users have the understanding of the latest technologies in place and they can get through those incidents faster. They can get through those service requests faster. Absolutely. You should take advantage of that. So there's some benefits right there for the service desk for CCNA certification. More efficient, more effective than you already are. And then the individuals. Look at this list, folks. You know, one of these is going to stand out to you. Absolutely. More money. Absolutely. Okay. There's no guarantee you're going to get more money, but research has shown those individuals with CCNA certifications are likely to be paid higher than those that don't have their CCNA certification. So that's something to look forward to. Or you might be saying, I want a raise. I want more money. Get a certification, especially the CCNA. Absolutely. research has shown individuals with CCNA are typically paid higher. So you want that larger salary? Get your certification. But money aside, think about the other benefits. You are more knowledgeable. With more knowledge, you are more valuable. When you are more valuable, there are more opportunities for you. So think about your goals, your objectives. Do you want to become a subject matter expert? Now is the time to start while you're on the service desk. Get all the training you possibly can now. Right? So that way there you can benefit the service desk with that knowledge you have. But then down the road, when other opportunities arise in the organization, you can apply for those opportunities. And because you're already in the organization, that's beneficial to the organization for you to move and then have you replaced on the service desk. Absolutely. Right? There's going to be more respect as well because you have more knowledge, more understanding. More people are going to come to you for solutions. They respect you more now. Also, from a job security standpoint, you're in better shape than somebody without that CCNA certification. You're showing initiative here. You're showing that you want to be better. So therefore, when the good times are around, well, everybody's pretty secure in the good times, but in the bad times, you're likely to be more secure than those that don't have their CCNA certification. So folks, what's the key here? Well, regardless of whether it's CCNA certification or not, the fact is having certifications, even when you are just an employee of the service desk, is going to benefit you as well as the service desk. We want to make sure that our service desk is as efficient and effective as possible. That's goal number one. So yes, people skills, check. Number two, can we use the tools efficiently and effectively? Check. But we can be better by having an understanding of the underlying technologies. So absolutely, folks, if you've never considered certifications or you have considered certifications and you don't know where to begin, I highly recommend CCNA because it's going to give you amazing foundational knowledge in relation to networking. So you'll have a better understanding of how one device, like a PC, communicates across a network to another device, like a server. What are all those devices in between? What are all the technology, services, features in between? And therefore, when you're on the service desk and people are talking to you, you are more efficient and effective at assisting them, therefore ensuring that maximum value is retained for the service that is being delivered. So folks, I highly encourage you to check out www.stormwind.com. Take a look at all that we have to offer and take advantage of what we have to offer. As an individual, you'll become more valuable. For your company, you'll be able to provide a more efficient and effective overall service. So folks, hopefully we'll see you shortly in one of our classes here at StormWind Studios. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye for now.